Deborah pounded on my gate, screaming my wedding violated HOA code, ordering everything shut down. She didn't know I'd built the very company controlling every rental venue in this county. I'm Rachel Tran, 34, a quiet homeowner raising my daughter alone in Maple Ridge Estates. After years of struggle, I finally saved enough for her dream backyard wedding this spring. Deborah Whitfield ruled our HOA board like a queen, fining neighbors for mismatched mailbox colors. Everyone whispered about her tantrums, but nobody dared challenge her endless, petty little rules. I submitted my wedding request early, following every guideline listed in our community handbook. Deborah rejected it instantly, calling backyard weddings tacky and beneath our prestigious neighborhood image. I appealed calmly, but she laughed, saying rules exist to keep people like me controlled. She plastered violation notices across my fence, visible to every passing neighbor and mail carrier. Fines piled up daily, each one handwritten with Deborah's smug, self-satisfied little signature. She emailed the entire neighborhood, painting me as reckless, selfish, disrespecting shared community standards. Neighbors I'd known for years suddenly avoided eye contact, afraid of Deborah's wrath themselves. She showed up unannounced, measuring my tent poles, insisting they exceeded acceptable outdoor height. I offered compromise, smaller guest list, quieter hours, anything to keep this peaceful. Deborah refused everything, declaring my wedding canceled, before the board even officially voted. That night, my daughter cried, asking why some stranger controlled her own happy day. Surprisingly, Deborah went quiet for a week, and I hoped she'd finally backed off. I later learned she was busy planning something far worse behind closed board doors. Deborah filed a formal lawsuit, demanding the city revoke my temporary event permit entirely. She recruited 3 board members, forging signatures to fabricate unanimous community opposition against me. My caterer suddenly canceled, claiming pressure from an anonymous, angry HOA representative. Deborah bragged publicly that she'd personally destroy anyone challenging her authority in Maple Ridge. She contacted my venue rental company directly, demanding they blacklist me from future bookings. The rental manager apologized, saying corporate ownership had just changed and needed review. I felt cornered, savings vanishing, deposits lost, my daughter's dreams slipping through my fingers. Then an unexpected email arrived, requesting an urgent meeting with the new company owner. I stared at the message, realizing Rachel Tran Holdings had quietly acquired the venue chain. Months earlier, I'd invested inheritance money into struggling event companies, never mentioning it publicly. Every venue Deborah threatened to blacklist me from now legally belonged entirely to me. Wedding morning arrived, Deborah marching toward my backyard, county officials trailing right behind her. Deborah announced loudly, "This wedding ends now, by official county and corporate order." I calmly stepped forward, handing officials documents proving full ownership of every venue involved. The county officer read aloud, confirming Rachel Tran owned the company Deborah tried weaponizing. Deborah's face drained white, realizing she'd threatened, insulted, and sued her own landlord's boss. Neighbors gasped, phones raised, recording Deborah's stunned silence replace her usual furious shouting. I simply smiled, saying, "The wedding proceeds, and your board membership officially ends today." The HOA board voted unanimously that afternoon, removing Deborah after years of documented abuse. My daughter's wedding continued beautifully, applause replacing tension, joy replacing Deborah's manufactured chaos. Deborah now rents modest apartments elsewhere, finally learning some queens don't own the castle.